Hello, everybody. Thank you to be with us. Today, I'm so happy to present someone from Zoho because the first things I want to say, so thank you. Thank you for inviting us. Thank you for inviting Millennials Consulting here to India, to Chennai, to be with you guys in Zoho Corporation. Finally, we did. And today, I'm with someone. When I speak with him, we were like the same vibe, and he is Arjun. Thank you and welcome to Millennials Consulting community. You are one of us now. And today we are talking about one application that I think it's so important, because all the companies have to do that. And what is that? Contracts. So, first of all, welcome. Thank you. And let's speak a little bit about what is Zoho Contracts.
Awesome. So, Jessica, thank you for coming. And it's a pleasure to have you here. I will try to match up to your energy, but I don't know if I can. So first of all, I'll just quickly introduce myself. I'm Arjun and I manage marketing for Zoho Contracts. And you started with what is Zoho Contracts. So Zoho Contracts, if I were to describe it, it is a comprehensive contract management software. Why do I use the word comprehensive? Because it increases efficiency across all aspects of contract management. It just does not just stop with efficiency. It goes beyond and helps mitigate risks. It improves compliance. It promotes cross-functional collaboration because contracts are not these static documents sitting in silos.
Exactly. It's not like something, it's okay, this is the contract, sign and go. No. I think
Finance
this is
involved.
More than this.
So multiple departments are involved, right?
Exactly.
For example, if a salesperson is promising something on a contract, the delivery team has to actually deliver on it, right? So if you are promising an SLA of 2 days in support, or if you're promising like 3 trainings every year, so then the training team has to deliver on that promise. The support team has to deliver on that promise. So when you make such promises, you need them during the contract negotiation so that you ensure whatever you're promising is actually fulfilled. So contracts can never stay in silos. Exactly. All functions actually work on contracts, and any contract management platform has to be this cross-functional platform.
Exactly. And I was watching with you the app, we saw that the contracts have many status, because the first status is we can upload, the contract, whatever we want, and also we have templates in the application. So this is amazing, and then we can send to the client, for example, and they can make comments inside. And this is amazing, because when you receive that, you only see the comment and you can change if you want it, of course, if you are in the negotiation. And it's so good because the first thing that I saw, that first of all, we can upload, and also we have template. The second, we can send, and also we can receive comment of this contract. We also can change the things, and this is not at all. We can see the change. The summary that you tell me, and it's so amazing, because you don't have to remember how was before. No. This is all the things. So you have this page when you have all the resume of all the things that we change. So it's very good. So these things, it's gonna tell me to the another question that I have it when I was thinking about Zoho Contract, because when we speak about Zoho Contract, we just think about sign, like a contract we signed and that's it, go. And Zoho, it's a very big suite, and that we have an application, the name is Zoho Signs. So I know all the people that are watching us almost are gonna think about, okay, but what is the difference now between Zoho Contract and Zoho Sign? Why I have to use Zoho Contract instead Zoho Sign? No? So I think here it's a very good moment to speak about that's difference, and when we have to use one and when we have to use the another one.
Awesome. So that's a very important question, Jessica. Like you mentioned, a lot of people have that doubt when to use Zoho Contracts versus when to use Zoho Sign. So I will take one step back and talk about what is a contract lifecycle. So if you think about a contract lifecycle, it starts from the moment anybody in the organization requests for a contract. This person could be a salesperson requesting for a sales contract, a procurement person requesting for a procurement contract, a HR person requesting for an employment contract. It could be anything. Somebody is requesting for a contract. Usually, businesses have templates for all of these. They will have templates for their sales contract, they have templates for all of these different types of contracts. So now the legal team looks at this particular engagement, takes a look at the template, makes the necessary changes, sends it to the actual person, right? And then this person will have to send it as an attachment over an email for collaboration, negotiation, signature, whatever, right? So essentially, if you think about a contract lifecycle, somebody is requesting for a contract, there is a templatization stage, there is a collaboration stage, there is an internal approval matrix that has to be set up, and then there is negotiation happening with the counterparty. And then you come to this part where you're actually signing the contract.
Oh my God.
And after you sign the contract, you then have amendments. So a contract rarely stays stagnant. Every year you look at the terms, you see if you can do better with commercial negotiations, you see if you can change some terms. So there are a lot of changes happening to the contracts which come in as amendments. And then every year, for example, if you sign 10 contracts in a month, that translates into 120 contracts in a year. And so the next year you will have to extend, amend, renew or terminate 120 contracts. If you take over 3 years, it's 360 contracts. So contract management just gets more complicated as time goes. So if you look at this entire flow, signature is only a small part in the middle.
Exactly.
It's a very important part, but it is not the whole of contract lifecycle management. Now I will talk about another aspect. What is a contract? A contract is a bunch of promises. I made a lot of promises. How do I actually fulfill those promises? How do I ensure my team fulfills those promises? So basically, these promises are obligations. So we have an obligation management module that will ensure that all of your contractual promises are actually fulfilled. This is obligation management. And when you have like hundreds of contracts, you have insights. You have insights like how many NDAs did I sign? How many procurement contracts did I sign? And suddenly tomorrow, let's assume Spain introduces a new law.
Yeah. It's happening.
Yeah, it keeps happening. So the business landscape is becoming so regulatory that every once in a while, new regulations are coming into the picture. So if there is a new data protection law, this law will mandate every organization to do an audit of their existing contracts, find the contracts that has a data protection clause, update it to the new standard. If you do not have a contract management software, one, how do you know where are your contracts sitting? How many of your contracts have a data protection clause? And how do I actually go and amend all of those contracts?
Yeah.
So if you have an analytical engine that can comb through all of your contracts and give you insights. So if you have a contract management platform, you ask how many contracts have a data protection clause. It will tell you 56 contracts have a data protection clause.
Oh my God,
You click on that report, you get the list of 56 contracts, you just have to amend it. So if you want authoring, templatization, contract request forms, collaboration, peer review, approval, negotiation, signature, obligation management, analytics, amendment, extension, renewal, termination, all of that in one place, then you go for a contract lifecycle management software. If you want to sign documents, you use signature. And these signatures are legally binding. Our Zoho Sign platform is very powerful. It is legally binding in most of the countries. You can just sign any document with Zoho Sign and be assured that it is legally binding in any court of law. So this is the difference. So if you want to sign documents, but if you're not looking for like a repository with insights and all of that, you use Sign. Otherwise, Zoho Contracts.
Oh my God, you talk about a lot of things. I don't know how to start, because you talk about something approval.
Yeah.
Like when we send a contract, okay, it's just not one person. Okay, I make the contract. Okay, let's send. No, we have this workflow like a approval things.
Yes.
Because as you said, like it's a bunch of promise.
Yeah.
It's you have to know what a promise are you doing,
Yeah.
So I think this that we have like a approval, it's so important things.
Yes.
And also you talk about the summary, like you can see the analytics of how many contracts we have, for example, in negotiation, how many contracts we have almost to sign. And also we can talk about, for example, if we have to extend, or if we have, for example, one contract, its expired date expired and we have to send one more time. You don't have to remember that because the application it's doing almost for you, right?
Yeah, I think you put it very rightly, Jessica. So if you think about a lot of businesses, one of the lowest hanging fruits in terms of revenue retention rate is renewing a contract.
Exactly.
But you won't believe how many contracts are missed because they missed a renewal date.
Exactly.
Right?
And some business, for example, if the client don't say like, I don't wanna continue with the business, okay, the contract is automatically. So automatically you are earn money.
Yeah.
So it's amazing, you know. So now I'm thinking about it, and now I say, oh my God, it's really, we need this application.
Yeah, sometimes what happens is businesses will have their vendors, their partners, suppliers, whatever, right? So sometimes their contract would have already expired, but they wouldn't know that their contract has expired. But they still go with their ongoing transactions. They still go with their ongoing arrangement. This exposes them to huge risks, because if something goes wrong and you don't have an active contract that is protecting this arrangement, then you are basically protected with nothing. So that is a huge risk that you introduce when you miss renewals. So that's like a lowest hanging fruit that you can quickly address with the CLM platform. Yeah, that's a great place to start.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we are talking before too about the AI in Zoho Contracts, because now we have it too.
Yeah.
So I told you that I'm gonna use that all the time, because I don't wanna read like a bunch of papers, you know.
Yeah.
So how do you think that this AI can help the people with a lot of contracts that we always have it?
Got you. So first of all, let's start with this. It's always better to read the whole contract, but you still have an AI assistant, because there is a lot of productivity gain that these AI engines can build. So right now, ChatGPT is a buzzword. Everybody is talking about ChatGPT. So in Zoho Contracts, we have introduced a ChatGPT integration.
Amazing.
So what does this ChatGPT integration do to the contracts? So if you have a contract, it will summarize all of the text in the contract to actionable items. So it will tell you the highlights of what are the important details that you have to remember when you think about this contract. That is one part. And then it can also extract obligations. So some of these promises are obligations that has to be done. These are tasks that has to be fulfilled, right? For example, in an NDA, I might have a promise that says I won't disclose this information to anybody. This is not a task. Nobody has to do anything.
Exactly.
It's just an understanding that I won't disclose it, you won't disclose it. But sometimes it is a task. So I will give you, so for example, when I sell a product, I say for every update, I will give you a training. Now this is a promise which is also a task. So now
it's a promise.
Yeah, and a task. So if you can extract these obligations and then make it a proper obligation that is assigned to a particular business owner, now you are confident that you can actually fulfill those obligations or fulfill those promises, right? So such advances are possible with AI. AI can actually make it very, very easy for you to go through all of this. So these are already possible with our ChatGPT integration. We also have our homegrown AI, which is Zia, that is also coming into the system. So yeah, I'm sure AI will actually transform the contract management space significantly.
Yeah, really, I hear you, and I said like, oh my God, where were you all my life? Because I think it's really important, this application, in all the things that this application have, because it have a lot of things that it can help to the, not just department legal, it's all the department that made a contracts, you know. And the last things, because I don't want to rob you a lot of time, because we can stay here all day speaking just about Zoho Contract and how amazing is it. It's about something very important, you know. Almost all the people work with CRM. For this reason, we would like to see like everything in our CRM. So for that, it's so important that Zoho Contracts to be integrated with CRM. Is that possible?
Yes. So we have Zoho CRM and we have an integration with Zoho CRM available. So with the Zoho CRM and Zoho Contracts integration, what exactly happens is the salesperson is not navigating multiple tools to manage contracts. Let's be real, contract management is a pain. For a salesperson, everything is done. You've already convinced the lead to buy it. And now a contract is introduced, then there are this compliance terms, regulation terms, legal is involved and all of that. So a deal that is almost closed is just going on. And you don't know whether it is like an efficiency problem or actual language problems, because sometimes somebody did not see an email. sometimes somebody is finding it difficult to go through all of this email thread and finding a detail, so they're just putting it off.
Exactly.
But delayed contract management and delayed deal negotiations can actually put off a deal. It can actually result in lost deals.
Exactly.
Right? So for a salesperson, that's a huge pain. So with Zoho Contracts integration, this problem is significantly addressed, because what happens is this salesperson is working on a deal. When a deal is imminent, they have the request contract button right in the deals module. They click on the request contract button. The lead information, the account information, the deal information, everything is already sitting in your CRM.
Oh my God.
You shouldn't have to go and enter the same details again in contracts.
Exactly.
This integration basically fetches all of those details from CRM, maps it to Zoho Contracts. It creates the contract document based on the template that you configured, with all of the details filled in, with no mail merge work. And then you have that document as an attachment inside Zoho CRM. And you also have a related list where you see this contract with the current status. And you can also, for example, you can choose an approved contract in your related list and send it for negotiation, or negotiated contract can be sent for signature. So all of this is possible right within the CRM. So the salesperson is not going to contracts at all. In contracts, the contracts are created and it is assigned to the legal person who has to take care of it.
Oh my God, it's amazing. And because, you take all the information from Zoho CRM and it's automatically.
Yeah.
So the time you don't waste
Yeah.
making this, it's amazing. Because for the vendor, the most important is the time. I don't want to stay like fill everything in the CRM. It's automatically, we can see the status, that it's so important, because if you don't sign, for example, I can't sell you. So it's very important to have everything in one place.
Exactly.
For the vendors.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm really excited of everything you told me today about Zoho Contract. And just want to say, the last things I just want to say is thank you. You know what? For create one application like this, because I think now I'm see like all the things that this application can do it and how can help the business, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm really...
We are glad that you like it, Jessica.
Yeah.
We are super stoked to see how you and your customers are going to use Zoho Contracts, because we always get
For
excited
sure.
when real businesses actually get benefited from the things that we do. That's what we are here for.
Exactly.
Right? So we are stoked to see how you use Zoho Contracts and how you come back. So what we hear from our existing customers is easily they see around 70 to 80% of efficiency gain in their contract management process. That is, a good metric to measure the health of your contract management process is a cycle time. Cycle time is basically how long does it take from somebody requesting a contract to it getting signed and active.
Exactly.
So if you start measuring this time, then you know if your contract management process is healthy or not. In those metrics, we are seeing around 70 to 80%
and also you can
gains.
change your contracts, you know, because if you have something in your contract that everybody said like, no, something happened with the contracts, you know. So this is data. This is information for the business.
Yeah, something like how many contracts were constantly being negotiated. What are the clauses that are being constantly
Exactly.
redlined?
And how many times you lose
Yeah.
in this time.
Yeah.
Negotiation this.
Exactly. So all of that is possible with Zoho Contracts, and we can't wait to hear from your customers how they're using Zoho Contracts.
Yeah, I'm sure they're going to use Zoho Contracts. So
Awesome.
I don't want to rob you more time. Thank you very much for being here with Millennials Consulting Community. We are so happy to having you here and to having you here in your room.
I hope you like the room.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I can be here one more time for more videos, you know.
Gotcha.
So thank you very much, and everybody, you have to subscribe in YouTube to have more videos like this. And don't worry, I'm gonna make a lot of videos for Zoho Contracts demo and everything, because I want to everybody knows about Zoho Contracts.
If you're going to do more videos in Zoho Contracts, please like, share, and subscribe.
Yes. So thank you.
Glad to have you here, Jessica. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.